So, immigration, again with USCIS, still not completed. It changes from 3 months to 6 months to 8.5 months to 12 months maybe. This seems really out of whack for people going through the legal process to try to get it, and keep getting shoved behind all the illegals coming in the southern border, just filing masses of paperwork. And USCIS, the U.S. government office that handles these applications for the K1 visas, are being shoved back. Priority dates don't seem to matter anymore. They're, like I said before in an earlier video, my priority date, they changed it by 3 months. They acknowledged I submitted on such and such a date in May, and then they changed it to July, which is an additional 3 months. And then they changed the the priority date was a big issue before, that once you had your priority date, it was so many months for processing. And like I said, it had gone up to 6 months by the time we had submitted. And after the 6 months had passed, they had changed my priority date and changed me from the Texas office to the California office, and said it was now 8.5 months best case scenario, and 12 months before I could even ask about it. So it'll be July before I can find out, if I haven't received a number before then. And until then, we can't do anything with the U.S. Embassy here in the Philippines. Manila will not set appointments, will not give us her K1 package of paperwork to start acquiring. We can't do her medicals. So the U.S. office in the States of USCIS is really what's tying us back, and I'm sure that, or I assume that, all the mass migration, illegal migration over the southern border, and then they turn themselves in, and these mass loads of paperwork are what's providing them an overload. But it seems unfair that they are processing those paperwork at the same location and pushing off people such as ourselves, a U.S. citizen with a foreign fiance trying to come in legally. And like I said, we started this in 2022. These paperworks were filed in 23. When we finally got her passport, we did have some issues with the Philippine government with getting an ID, because she'd never had IDs before. But it really seems out of whack that the USCIS offices couldn't process the actual legal forms of visas coming in separately from the masses of illegals. Our particular situation is a K1 visa, but I imagine the 130s and all the other legal visa processes that people are going through are suffering the same issues. And granted, when they changed it from 3 months to 6 months when we got our priority date, it is what it is. It was going to be 6 months, so we waited the 6 months, and that was over in November, and November of 2024, and now it's 2025, and we're still waiting with no clear definition of when. The closest thing we have is July 2nd, before we can even request information about the delays. We don't perceive any problems. We've turned in everything they've asked for. There's no problems in either one of our histories. We haven't been requested any other information, so I'd assume that is a good sign. We've been told through the Congress office checking on it that it was processing on schedule, but they re-emphasize that it's no longer a set date with a priority date. It is it is very much in flux. In other words, that your priority date doesn't mean jack anymore. If you're going through it legally and you're stuck in another country waiting for them to get their stuff together so you and your fiance can come back, you're just stuck there. They care more about the illegal crossings on the southern border and processing them before before Trump takes office. Just seems unfair to the rest of us trying to do it legally. We pay the fees, we wait the time, we follow their procedures, and they change the procedures. So, it is what it is. I don't know if we'll even make it back in 2025 at the rate that the USCIS is processing this. Just a little ridiculous. I'd like to get home. We'd like to get started in our new life, but we're still here. Anyway, that's the recent update.